Island Luck Sportsbook is back, and game day just got a major upgrade. We're talking live in-game betting on more than 20 sports, wagers right up to the end of your favorite game, and thousands of ways to bet. How can you lose? All you've got to do is log on to your Island Luck account, select the Sportsbook tab, and start wagering today. Enjoy more sports, more futures, more fun with Island Luck Sportsbook and the best sports talk with 10thyearseniors.com. Betting in sports never looks so good.
This is John Claude Jones.
This is Clay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors.
Yo, it's your boy Buddy Hughes. This is Jazz the Kid Chisholm.
And you?
Logged on to 10th Year Seniors.
The 10th Year Seniors.
10th Year Seniors.
You're logged in with 10 Year Senior.
You dig?
Welcome to Super Wildcard Weekend. Welcome to the 10th Year Seniors Podcast Network. This is the read option. It's a bittersweet time because the playoffs
presented by Island Luck Sportsbook.
Best time of the year. Best time of the year.
Welcome to the read option presented by Island Luck Sportsbook. As with any NFL product we bring to you, we have to remind you that Colin Kaepernick was blackballed from this league in the 21st century for peacefully protesting police brutality against minorities. We should all be conflicted about how much we love and follow this and make money off of it. But we do. And here we are. Here we are at Super Wildcard Weekend.
Make money. Basketball. I know it's football, but
you tend to do that all the time for some
great.
reason. I don't know why. But
it's a great app.
It's a bittersweet time because we get to the games that mean the most, but at the same time...
Oh, so you're telling me week 15 didn't matter?
Not as much as this.
Cardo, how do these weeks feel?
It felt like the season was a bit longer this year. More than one game.
It was
more than one game, though.
It's literally longer than it was before.
But like that last week, it was just like, bro, it feel like the 15th extra week.
Imagine how long it feels being a Dolphin fan.
I should have kept Brian.
We'll get to that at the end of the podcast. You know the drill. We got our format 5 picks, our underdog that we think is going to cover the spread, our lock of the week. Our parlays are basically going to be any team we pick to win Wildcard Weekend. That's it. Like the straight money line parlays are who we think are going to win. There are more than one way to win when you game with Island Luck, so we always use the ones we lost and ones we gained to help people try to figure out some things in terms of how they want to play. The ones we lost on this date, and this is a segment we talked about off air that Cardo and John are just going to leave me hanging.
Do you, bro? Do you?
This is all about you.
Wyatt Earp, American folklore hero, died at 80 in 1929. And my question that I had here for everybody, because I thought this was something that everyone would have, who portrayed Wyatt Earp the best on the big screen to you? I thought it was Kurt Russell in Tombstone, because Tombstone is one of my favorite movies. Nobody else thought that there was anyone. Nobody had a take on this at all. Nobody said Kevin Costner from Wyatt Earp. Y'all just was like, who's Wyatt Earp?
I know Bray Wyatt.
2 Americas. From the ones we gained on this day, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, age 61. You know her as Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld and Selena Meyer from Veep. Historically, 2 great runs in 2 different eras. I don't think we'll ever see that again. Also, a fine-ass 61-year-old woman, if I gotta say so myself.
I feel like we seen it now with Tom Brady.
Yeah, but see, he's been consistent throughout that entire time.
He's been, getting genetically things, put in the knees and stuff, allegedly.
Maybe.
What was that clone movie that
Maybe Julia Louis-Dreyfus has been getting that. What did John say? Placebos. Placebos and placentas.
Placentas, yeah, little babies.
All right, I got one of my favorite quotes here from Elaine, and I feel like this sums up what a lot of people think about the same thing. The female body is a work of art, whereas the male body is utilitarian. It's for getting around.
Now don't believe in that.
I was waiting for him to finish.
Yeah, no.
I feel like the female body is a work of art.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that.
No, we're not disputing that part of it. The second part.
You gotta try to get a little art. Try to get in the art world, You try to get a little closer to them.
Mm-hmm.
And as Selena Meyer in Veep, she said, "I'm going to be the sexiest woman to ever exude fiscal prudence." And you know what? That's a very tough look to pull off.
That was at season, 3?
I don't know the exact season, Cardo.
Season 3, episode 2, 22-minute mark. No, I don't know.
I say now, just pull the stats. If you could bring the stats, pull up.
Also born on this day, Shonda Rhimes. She turns 52 today, and she also had an incredible run of shows on ABC that any woman in your life would not allow you to escape its vortex. Like, you heard everything about Scandal, everything about Grey's Anatomy. Shonda Rhimes is a legend. I feel like the phrase "Shonda don't kill me" had the nation in a chokehold for a while. Well, I'm the only one that thinks that. I can't be the only one that thinks that. On to Super Wild Card Weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Most gamblers, when they go to gamble, they go to win. When we go to gamble, we go to lose, subconsciously.
Now, it's not the first game on Saturday, but listen, I understand the language of intimacy among men when it comes to sports is you are here to make fun of each other. You want your team to win, your friend's team to lose, so you could point at him and say, haha, you suck, I know more than you. We ain't here to do that, dog. We're going to give Cardo his moment. His Patriots are back atop the AFC East. Maybe back atop the AFC in general, like John thinks. But the Patriots going on the road to play Buffalo, 8:15, Saturday night. We saw this game once already this season. It was... This particular game in Buffalo.
With the weather.
We saw this game once this year already. It was horrible. Probably the worst game of the season.
Best
but
game.
Doesn't matter. Cardo,
best game.
You get to have your moment, dog.
It's not a moment. It's not a moment. It's not about basking in the glory. We just here. We enjoying the moment. Taking words from Ben Roethlisberger this week. We just happy we here, bro.
Well, no, they happy. He's happy.
Nobody picked us to be here. Y'all didn't. You know what I mean? Y'all were celebrating every loss we had this season. We make the playoffs with Mark Jones, rookie quarterback. Everybody from Bama say he could throw the ball.
He still can't throw the ball.
Yeah, but we in the playoffs.
Yeah. No, but that doesn't just...
Ben
Roethlisberger could barely walk out of huddle.
If you rank all of the quarterbacks in the playoffs, he'll be down to the bottom of the list.
Oh, no, Ben. Ben. Easily Ben. Like, it ain't even close.
Okay.
It's Ben.
Right above Ben.
Yeah, he's right above Ben.
All right. Yeah, so that's all we need. We just happy to be here. Drink your Kool-Aid, eat your food, enjoy the party.
You don't hate when he do this shit? Like this
what do you expect? Well, you're the one who puts Cardo moment 8:15.
I know, but
picks an analysis. It's just like you set yourself up for this.
But I wanted him to really.
He wants me to come in here and like be like
villainous
and
yes. If they win the Super Bowl, it will be a whole different thing.
No, if we win the Super Bowl, it's fuck all of y'all.
Yes.
I need y'all to understand that.
That is the Patriot way.
Oh, no, not until. See, we ain't got Tom Brady leading us on the huddle. We still got Bill Belichick, but we ain't that team that everybody should fear. We just here having fun.
John, all I'm saying is that's the Patriots.
You can imagine if we made the playoffs?
Don't give us that other bullshit.
You could imagine if we made the playoffs?
Y'all would go wild, but see?
We ain't used.
We expect to be this far. We expect, over the years, improve slowly but surely.
So if we told you would lose to the Dolphins twice this season, were you going to make the playoffs? What would your answer have been?
Well, I expected us to lose more than to the two games we lost to the Dolphins. But what I didn't expect is this run Marcus going on in terms of the way he could control our offense. That's the thing that's been most impressive to me this year.
By the way, I didn't even mention it in terms of the setup, but Buffalo favored by 4.
Fuck them, bro.
Over that Patriot way. Over under on this game.
You hear what the man tell our fans when he scored a touchdown?
Here's the thing, right? You mentioned the run that Mac has been on, and I got a lot of this from the national championship game when everyone made it about Stetson Bennett. And Stetson Bennett played a great game. And Mac Jones has some good games, but...
A lot.
Stetson Bennett had a great time after the game.
Of course he did. He'll have a great time for the rest of his life.
Why they interview him at 6 a.m?
Because that's how it always goes. You know what it is. But the focus, and I think everyone understands that Georgia wins that game because of Georgia's defense and because of their skill position players. Like, they were in that position because
all
of
season.
That. Yeah, but it's because it's easy to focus on the guy with the ball. Kind of the same thing with the Patriots. Mac Jones gets a lot of love. Mac Jones gets a lot of credit, especially when we talk about terms of this rookie class. But I think the biggest, I don't even know if it's a surprise or not, but the biggest pat on the back you got to give if you're talking to anyone on this offense, to me, has to be Damian Harris. Like, I feel like this has become Damian Harris's team.
No, it was his team from the beginning of the year. I don't understand how y'all just making a transition.
No.
He does not get the same kind of Mac Jones love, dog.
From who?
From anyone.
The worldwide
but
media.
Probably y'all who don't follow the Patriots.
No.
Even y'all who follow the Patriots, dog.
First of all, we always go through this. Boston ain't too particular with people with a darker hue.
Fair.
So Mac
But-
Jones could get all the love in the Northeast, and that just trickles down. Now, we could personally say, when we talk to Cardo, he is always say,
Yeah, but-
Damian, but that's different. You're taking a different point to it. But name one media person that talks about Damian Harris as being great.
Julian Edelman.
Okay, any non-Patriot
Yeah.
media member. So you can't bring Teddy Bruschi into it.
Yeah.
It's just no one.
But those who know, they know.
Your only chance was Max Ketterman decided to say something, but he didn't.
Yeah, but when we look at it, I'm more impressed from a running back perspective with the player Ramondre Stevenson the last few weeks than I am with Damian Harris starting the season. Because I expected him to carry us this year.
But to me, even that cuts into it because we know the narrative around the NFL is running backs don't matter as much. So why do we give credit to Damian Harris if we could bring in Ramondre Stevenson and he can be just as productive? But you know who they think needs all the credit?
Mac Jones.
Mac goddamn Jones.
Mac Jones.
Won a game where he threw 3 passes.
Back
Anyway,
then they didn't like me. Now I'm hot. They all on me.
That's how y'all feel, but
No. That's not it at all.
But y'all just gotta give my guy credit. But he came into the league.
Listen,
he made the playoffs as a rookie.
He is a rookie quarterback that manages the game well. I respect what Mac Jones does.
That's what y'all said, but Brady, get some time.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, Brady came around to the field, won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
big difference.
Mac ain't finished the first season yet. Go ahead. I took your line.
Once you understand, get that.
Okay, so what bearing do you think that first matchup in horrible weather is going to have on this one? We know Belichick, he's a mastermind at this. Like, not even close. There's no argument. Greatest coach of all time. Do you think he comes in with the same mentality? We punching them in the mouth. They cannot stop us. Conditions are going to be the same. Or is he going to try to chess play it, stay one step ahead?
No, it's not a chess play. I think he's putting it all up through the locker room this week. The idea that you came out soft in that last meeting, they punch you in your mouth. Don't let it happen this time. So I think that's the message he's going to give to the team. Strike first and strike hard. So I expect them to come out with all the energy. Definitely, Cobra Kai. I expect them to come up with all the energy. I expect them to pass the ball off a lot to Damian and Ramondre.
When you say pass the ball a lot, I was about to ask.
Pass off the ball a lot.
Hand off. Because when you say, when you say pass, Mac Jones.
Hey, a little bit of those forward.
Some shovel passes.
Yeah, that's a pass.
So that's Mark Jones. Surprised y'all throw 2 touchdowns this week.
Yeah, but seriously though, because that's why I asked. Because on the opposite side, everyone saw what happened to Buffalo in that windy.
Yeah, that's why I think in this scenario it plays more in our favor because they have more to prove. Why I say they have more to prove? They won the division and they have to prove what happened in both of those games. Wasn't a
won
fluke.
the division because Miami.
That too, and then you add the fact that in the
We
game
make
that
everyone winners.
We ain't talking about them until the end.
the game that they won, it was still a situation where they went up, but the Patriots hustled their way back into that game. So it was close coming down to end. So I think they have more to prove than we do.
I just feel. Well, I could say who I think is going to win.
Yeah,
New England.
we get there.
No, we got that now.
Okay, go ahead.
New England, just based on the fact that it's an AFC East rival, and Bill Belichick is just going to have something for them. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's something. And that something is just going to be greater than anything they could. It doesn't matter. New England's going to win.
That being said, right, Josh Allen came into the season as a legitimate.
Who had the
I
great
thought
hot
that was
take?
going to tell us about
No,
the Sox.
I'm gonna get to it, but he came into the season, I think, as a legitimate MVP candidate. A lot of people are riding that
He blew that up.
Josh Allen wave. This is going to be the Bills' year. He's going to continue that progression and be in the conversation. He fell out of the MVP race. The Bills lost a lot of games that they shouldn't have lost. I don't think people had this team at.
That's everybody in the league this year. So my criticism for Josh isn't so much so that he underperformed. Is the fact, given scenarios where he could have played up, he had some moments where he slipped.
He did.
So, but overall, I wouldn't say he underperformed. It's been a tough year across the league for most quarterbacks.
I really feel with Josh. I know it's still young in his career, but I feel like he doesn't play up to the competition. He plays at the competition or
Only
below.
competition he plays up to is the Patriots. It's something weird about AFC East teams. When they have the Patriots in a moment, they all play up.
Well,
But
that's
then
just-
every other team they play, it's like
I think the
he plays
AFC
his best against the Dolphins.
well,
hang
Yes.
40 points on them every time. Like his
Boy, he
numbers,
loved
against,
that.
his
Nah.
numbers against the Dolphins
Nah.
are sorry.
It's every quarterback.
Except Cam Newton.
No, you're right.
He can have moments.
I mean, Mark ain't really hang 40 on us.
He close though.
There ain't really nothing for us to celebrate.
Close?
Close.
How are you almost hanging 40 when you lose?
John, let this happen. We can
Dying.
eventually beat the Dolphins.
There ain't really nothing for
We're
us.
getting more
last
pizza
time
from this, just so you know, guys. We may not have made the playoffs, we as the Dolphins, but we have gotten more free
At what
pizza.
point?
Full circle.
Let me understand this.
Yeah.
At what point did y'all say in that game? But we could beat the Patriots, but
The kickoff.
Yeah.
so
No,
what's the spectacle here?
The spectacle is we had nothing to play for.
That's all we got.
We had nothing. To
No,
play for.
we had literally nothing to
Pride.
play for, and it was just like, you know what?
Pride.
They're gonna win just so we have that winning season. And so be it.
The Bills had to play the Jets to secure the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Well, not the one, the East.
The
But
division.
Yeah,
one seed
home
in the
field.
division.
Yeah.
So we knew that there was no chance that they would lose to the Jets. Anyway, y'all have the moment. I'm happy y'all won the Super Bowl this year.
But you know what
See,
the thing
this
is?
is the Patriot way.
That's the Patriot.
Then when I say
Y'all
Cardo have his
2-0.
moment, this is what I
Y'all
want.
2-0.
I want
2-0
2-0.
this
Forget
season.
the rest of the record.
How
Dolphins
do
won
we
the
do
year.
2-0?
the real him.
Yeah.
The real them.
The Dolphins, they won the year. Lost Brian Flores, but they won the year.
All right, let's just get to the picks.
Yeah, New England.
Definitely the Patriots. Patriots.
I believe in Josh Allen.
No, you don't.
I believe in Stephon Diggs.
He's not playing Miami.
He can get it. Boy, he can get it this week.
Let's put it this way. Before
believe-
you make the pick,
Uh-huh.
if this weather is less than pristine, Josh Allen's going to just fade into the clouds and the dust and lose.
I think if the weather is less than pristine, he tries too hard and that costs them the game.
He went to school in Wyoming. They got terrible weather there.
Here's the thing. I think and Josh Allen has fallen prone to this because he's had some bad moments in the playoffs. I remember that game against the Texans. It was where he pretty much
Yeah, they blew
imploded.
that.
Had some bad moments in the playoffs, and people always spin the narrative that you can't do it until I see you do it. I feel like this is a very important legacy game for Josh Allen.
Legacy.
Yes, it's a very important.
Tua had a legacy game
Dog.
too, and he got beat 34 to like
The clock is sped up on narratives for coaches and for players. You don't have the same,
Especially a
kind of
quarterback.
time. Yeah, you don't
I
have the
can agree
same.
with
You
that.
don't have the same kind of time to.
The only quarterback who
Mess
is going to
around.
have time is Mac Jones.
No, in COVID era, I don't even think Mark could get that.
No,
This era of football right now with COVID is like, I don't know. Is this is where it's an era where everybody has a tightened lens on them and everything is under scrutiny.
I'm going with the Bills. I think they
You
win at
wild.
home. I think
You wild.
Mac Jones has a big game. I feel like McDermott is going to murder the Bills if they allow that same thing to happen again. So in the interest that I don't want people murdered, I feel like the Bills are going to win this game. I think Josh Allen has a moment. Very important psychological step for him to beat the Patriots.
When do you,
I think it
when do you
happens.
think it's going to be that Buffalo gets a new stadium? Because they lose plenty in the stadium.
when they threaten and make it an
Where they
actual
gonna put it?
real viable threat to go
Where they gonna put it?
to move to Toronto.
The simple thing to do is you could literally implode the stadium where it is and rebuild a new one and play somewhere else for a year and watch them win the Super Bowl in
But-
Toronto.
Let them dangle that carrot of going to Canada. Become the Toronto Bills.
Yeah, with this-
But I mean,
there.
it's not even like, I just want to say, it's not even like going somewhere.
It
bro.
right there,
you,
bro.
You literally just going right over Niagara Falls. and right
That's
there.
what I'm saying. Like,
But,
You know what they should do? They should build a stadium on the border. And you have to go through immigration
This is
if you
why-
want to get to one side or the other.
But
that
this
would
is
be
why
great.
it's so dumb to me. It's like Buffalo went out their way to say, okay, y'all gonna beat the Buffalo Bills, but we can get y'all as far out of the city as possible. So if you see where the stadium located, it's almost like Buffalo right there hailing Toronto, and they say, no, just push them way back there.
Yeah,
kinda
because
like the Patriots.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Dolphins. Dolphins
We
ain't.
don't forget, we's a area team, not just the city. So you gotta make sure everybody could reach them all over New
I
England.
want them to lose so bad.
Who are area teams? Arizona.
Yeah. Well, not so much, not so much anymore because
No.
Vegas now in.
Yeah, no, but Arizona, Las Vegas would be an area team because the Bay Area still goes for them. San Francisco's an area team because they have the tri-state area, San Jose, Sacramento, all them people Northern California.
Since we said Las Vegas, the magic word, let's move on to the first game of Super Wild Card Weekend. After you had your moment, you good? So
we been good from
both
we make the playoffs.
Both going for New England. I'm going Buffalo. Let's move on to Cincinnati hosting Vegas. Cincinnati favored by 5.5. Over under on this game is 49. Cincinnati cost me my parlay in the final week of the regular season.
Oh man, it was so funny.
I was not paying attention to the fact that they were sitting everyone and they didn't have anything to
Didn't
play
they
for.
take the lead like at the beginning of the game?
They did.
And now looked at his phone like, oh yeah, this is gonna look good. Then all of a sudden
So
he's
at
like,
what point did you realize they weren't playing?
third quarter.
But here's
Third quarter.
Here's what happened though. Because Jamar Chase was in the game early to get the record. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, they playing the guys. They were not playing the guys. And then I saw
They played one guy for a moment.
for him to get 2 catches for 26 yards, and then that was it. Because I knew Baker wasn't playing, right? And so I thought, all right, whoever's coming in there for the Browns is going to absolutely shit the bed, and it's going to be an easy win for Cincinnati. Didn't go that way, but anyway, we're moving on, and my parlay this week is going to be lit. We're moving on. Cincinnati hosting Vegas. Vegas, of course, the season from hell. You could not possibly have a worse season than Vegas had. Their coach
But
imploded.
Minnesota?
No,
There was a murder. Not Minnesota, Cardo.
Yeah.
Their star
Well, I
draft
mean,
pick
Griffin
of
did.
2 years ago
Griffin
killed
did.
somebody.
Yeah, but Griffin did run from spirits for the Vikings. So
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Henry Ruggs is in jail.
You lose a coach.
You lose your coach. Your coach has become like the NFL poster child for bigotry. Then your star receiver kills a guy. I mean,
Then you get Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson ran the wrong way to not score a touchdown. But hey,
didn't they also had a high draft pick who was on the net like flashing guns and
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
he
that,
got
and
cut
then they had
too
to
as
cut
well.
him. It's been a year for
look at Vegas.
And then to get in on the last day of the regular season, the way that happened.
What makes this all funny is the fact that all the things that were highlighted why a team shouldn't go to Las Vegas had nothing to do with everything that went wrong
That's crazy.
with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Vegas actually ain't do it. So it looks bad, but Vegas ain't do it.
No, but the thing is, like that game. I was hoping that it was a tie. Like I wish it was planned. Like it seemed like because Vegas jumped out in front and then they were back and forth.
But Justin Herbert, though, like it hurts so much for us to not have him in the playoffs because that
No, don't.
that performance he had in the last game of the regular season, like that's what the NFL needs.
Can't
on
win the big one
stage.
like Tua.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I'm glad we're talking about them and the Bengals because let me just make this point. I'm a huge fan of Justin Herbert. But Joe Burrow?
But ever since Joe Burrow got hit by Joey Grant in the Fiesta Bowl, his trajectory went.
Bro,
You can make anything about UCF.
Yo, no, it's true.
Literally anything.
It's true.
One of these days, I would actually like to try that, and we would just have like random topics,
Was it
and
Joey
just
Grant? Let's see.
John can't see what it is, and we just put it on the table and say tie it to UCF, and I bet he could do it. Like no matter what happens.
But I just saying, dog, the swag of the guy playing with, boy, like he's the real deal. Boy.
Situation matters.
Boy, him and Jamar
Situation
Chase
matters.
is scared. Like y'all had to, for some strange reason, I forgot Carson Palmer wore number 9. So we were preparing for the part, and it's like, but he remind me so much of Carson. John showing in the video.
This knocked the sense.
Go ahead, keep going.
But yeah, like just his confidence.
Shit.
I guess it was a real good hit.
No, it was a real good hit.
But just his sense in the pocket, his ability to navigate the field and make sure
Joey
he,
Connors, that's
he
who it
gets
was.
those receivers open and guide them the right way is it's really impressive, given the fact that he had such a bad injury last year.
But this
coming
is
up,
why situation matters so much.
he ain't gonna do that shit no
because
more.
Carson,
What year was this?
This was the year before they won the national
I might as well
championship.
tell y'all now. That hit alone, he got CTE.
No, that
CTE.
hit alone, and that rest of the game, he destroyed us.
But going back to why you got me calling him Carson Palmer now, but the reason why Joe Burrow looks like this, and yes, Joe Burrow is very talented. Situations matter. Like you go into a situation where they already have T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd is there, and then people say that the biggest hole on this team, offensive line. So draft Penei Sewell.
Nah, but
Joe
still-
Burrow was in there campaigning. No, you get my college teammate Jamar Chase, and that is probably the best receiving core in the league. And Joe Burrow is great, and he knows how to take advantage of it. Like, he's going to be a star for 2 decades.
It is the best receiving core in the league.
Easily. I don't even think anyone else comes close. I mean,
But-
Dallas would probably have something.
No,
I-
Dallas would be second.
I always like
Yeah.
to say that you still have to make the plays, and it's never
Absolutely.
a situation where he's in.
Wait, remember when
say,
Jamar Chase couldn't catch a football because he didn't have a
No,
strike?
I don't remember that. People
I
are
remember.
dumb.
That was the dumbest
We
thing
made
ever.
fun of it.
Yeah.
People are dumb.
His hands grew. I always say when people say, "Ooh, he got the rookie record." Yeah, he grew hands this season. But yeah, it's just
Jalen Waddle got the
Most
rookie
receptions.
record.
Yeah.
y'all. You was always tell John he know how to bring it back to UCF. That's you and the Dolphins, bro.
No.
That's
You
you and the
said
Dolphins.
you said rookie record. Jalen Waddle got it for receptions. That's all.
I ain't got nothing to say about that boy. Future Patriot.
So who you got?
In this game, I'm going to the Bengals, bro.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I
with the
can't pick
Bengals,
against
too.
Jamar Chase.
Like,
He too
I
impressive.
really feel that the Bengals are made for playoff football, and they're going to be. I think they'll go to the AFC Championship game.
It's an extremely well balanced team because for all of the hype,
Too much firepower.
Hold
For
on.
all of the hype that the passing attack gets, Joe Mixon is in the backfield and is
Right.
always doing work.
So,
Joe
hold on.
Mixon
Let
did
me-
not get hurt this year.
That's impressive. So I know it coming in
Amazing.
the playoffs. Wait on it.
Goddamn.
Hold on.
But you an asshole
John,
just wishing that
John,
on
you
people.
just said the Bengals are gonna make the AFC Championship.
Yeah, did I
Who-
stutter?
Who do you think they're gonna play?
Kansas City.
Just wanted to see
But
something.
I thought you had the Patriots going to the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
but I gotta change my mind
Ain't
now.
nothing wrong with changing your mind, dog. See, I am free and open to that. Y'all like to lock people into ideas forever once you say
But
it.
I said
Lamar
New England was
Jackson
gonna make the
was-
Super Bowl like 5 weeks ago.
Lamar Jackson was free and open too. Last 5 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
This is
Like
what
I just feel
this is what I like.
I feel Cincinnati though is built for the playoff football.
Come on, Josh Allen.
Like
Come on.
if they could beat Tennessee.
Yeah. No,
They-
Everybody can beat Tennessee.
Except the Dolphins. They could be
he's close.
we was close in what the first quarter?
Yeah, it's close for a little bit. Close for a little bit. But yeah, for some reason, when I see this game, it takes me back to my childhood and Bo Jackson getting hurt against the Bengals. And I just feel like the Raiders aren't going to do well in this
I feel like
situation.
the Raiders
This is
gave-
where the letdown happens.
As
I think.
crazy as the Raiders gave everything last week
Yeah.
just to make the playoffs and the way they won it, I think it's too high and the reality is Cincinnati's gonna come and just demolish them.
There is something to say, though, and it's going to be a talking point where people are going to say rest or rust because the Bengals didn't play their guys in the last week.
You
of regular
realize
season.
that Joe Burrow came off of like a destroyed knee.
I know, but this is one of those things that
And he
all the
almost
talking
destroyed
heads
his
have to say.
ankle
I know.
playing
Yeah.
against our last game of the Chiefs.
So I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think rest
I
is
think the
going to be
only
a problem.
people who picking the Raiders in this game is Marvin Lewis. That's it.
And we know how his career went.
I don't think he's going to either. Let's move on to Sunday. First game on the Sunday slate. My future MVP, Tom Brady, and the Tampa Bay Bucks.
You couldn't even say it with a straight face.
No, I believe Brady should be the
I-
MVP.
You actually believe that?
Yes.
He believes it. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know the same way how we said if you get 25 sacks, you'll be MVP?
It was close though.
It was close, but he didn't get the 25. So we're not going to know what the magic number
I am
is.
so happy that this whole dumb sack shit that y'all was running on for y'all platform
Let me
didn't
explain
happen.
something to you. If TJ Watt to come true,
Boy,
hey,
because you know why? Before we get to this next game,
If TJ Watt
that
got
would have caused
30
them to make the
sacks,
playoffs, meaning MVP.
They still in.
No.
but it
But
was
that was-
they in because of how hard he played
Yeah.
on the last few drives.
If TJ Watt got 30 sacks, he was not going to win
Oh,
MVP.
yes, he was.
You're ridiculous now.
I
No
can't-
respect for the defense.
I can't believe we're here again. I can't believe we're here again. We started
Full
this in
circle.
week 1 and full circle we back to having this same argument. We've learned nothing. Anyway,
Okay, let's just say before we go, what place do you think TJ Watt comes in MVP?
seven.
But what does...
Explain to me the metrics now.
Yeah.
I mean, can we get
We got
to Tampa
time.
Bay
We
and
got
Philly?
time.
All right. I think it's Brady. I think it's Aaron Rodgers. I think it's Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Cup.
Yes.
Let him go.
Yes.
Need some help here?
Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
You making shit up now.
Boy.
No, I'm not. I give Joe Burrow a nod over
Oh, my God. You didn't even say Dak.
over TJ. No, and then I'm going to go to Dak because I was thinking Dak or Kyler Murray, and Kyler Murray.
I say he
fell out.
comes third in MVP.
Okay.
I said the same thing. Now I'll just wallet. So hold on.
And we didn't even talk before this.
You put Cooper Cup up there. Where does Jamar Chase go?
Can we get to Tampa Bay and Philly?
I just wanted to know. You have wild takes on MVP races.
Tampa Bay favored by not on the screen. Tampa Bay favored by
Whatever Brady fears.
8.5 over Philly.
They give him 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
But let me tell you
So what
something.
are we thinking?
They really think Tom Brady is Thanos, bro.
No,
They
they think the Buccaneers are that good. Cardo.
Who he throwing the ball to this week?
Has it ever mattered? Has
Yes.
it mattered
It's
for
the
the
one
last
thing
20,
that-
has it mattered for the last 25 years?
Yes, it has now.
Okay.
It's the one thing that mattered.
Okay, can I give you one name then?
Oh, go ahead.
Gronk.
Gronk does kind of.
Ever since Antonio Brown left, it's like you feel like there's a big hole, but it's not going to matter because, like I say, Tom Brady's going to use it, and he's going to go in the locker room and he's going to say, "Guys, he gave up on the team. He didn't think we could win.
Oh,
We're
no,
not
Brady,
winning."
Brady don't talk like that.
No, I'm talking about like behind the scenes,
Oh.
not out in the public.
No, behind the scenes, he definitely ain't talking like that.
He go-
Behind the scenes, he walking in the locker room. It's like, F him. Don't talk about him. Don't bring him up. We got a Super Bowl to win.
You asking me who he's gonna throw to, but immediately he made Cyril Grayson. Is his name Cyril Grayson?
Yeah.
He immediately made him a star on the last drive. Brady's going to throw to who's open.
Let's give
That's
Brady
how
a
it
shout
works.
out.
Sometimes
Like,
the defenses be open to you.
Yeah, they are more often than not. More often than it's Tom Brady though. Like, how am I still having to defend him?
I don't
To
understand.
you,
That's what
people?
I'm saying. You don't have to defend him to me. I'm just saying.
We're just saying he's not going to win MVP.
Okay, forget that. Let's talk about Tampa Bay and Philly and
Right,
Tampa
no,
Bay.
he could
being
definitely
the
done more.
8.5
I think
favorite.
the eight a little high, but yeah, he got it.
Well, if you think they're gonna blow them out, then why you
5
think the 8
points.
is high?
5 points technically I view as a blow in the playoffs because
Okay.
playoff games are a lot more close. It
I
comes down
think
to
they
running
get
your
it by.
defense.
I think they win by 10. Tampa.
Is
They're
anyone
playing at home.
Do we think anyone is giving Philly
No.
a chance in
No.
this game?
No,
Jalen
but I'm
Hurts
giving
has-
them more respect than that.
Jalen Hurts has been very vocal about the fact that he thinks he's become a significantly better quarterback.
No, it's
than-
people
Well, no,
like
he
you
has
putting us
become a
in his head.
significantly better quarterback.
I think he has.
We're
What you-
not. We're not denying that.
Yeah.
I deny that. Me personally.
Well, I know the kind of quarterbacks you don't like. but
Yes,
we can
you,
get to that in
you're the
there.
Boston type
Yeah.
of the media
I
person.
wonder who your top 5 quarterbacks of all time are, and I wonder who mine are, and let's see what they look like matched up next to each other.
athletically
Tom
or
Brady.
Let's do that right now. I wish
True
we should have had a
Bledsoe.
game show. All right, I'll give you my top 5. No,
ahead.
give me your top 5.
No, give me your top 5.
All right, come
wait.
on.
Okay, it isn't. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson,
You mean
Let me
currently
go.
playing
No,
or
of
all time.
of all
Dan
time.
Marino. He got one, and he's Italian.
you see us?
Okay,
Yeah,
Hold on. Dan Marino in your top 5. In all seriousness.
He had honorable mention.
Nah, Dan Marino in your top 5?
Coming in at number 5,
Well, more sick.
Steve McNair.
You play it now.
Number 4,
Warren Moon.
Warren Moon.
Well, more sick.
Number 3,
Cam Newton.
Randall Cunningham.
Oh, Randall Cunningham was good.
But he ain't top 5.
He ain't top 5 though.
Number 2,
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
But you being racist now.
Patrick Mahomes.
Number 1, Colin Kaepernick. And that is my top 5 coaches. I mean, sorry.
Coach, you see, he can't even keep a straight face with this one.
That is my top 5 quarterbacks of all time.
You horrible, bro.
No, I'm just saying. All right, so seriously, I think Tampa Bay marches through this one. John had it right when he said, I do think Tom Brady's going to use this Antonio Brown stuff to galvanize his team. I do think that's a part of
Yeah,
it
he good at
because
that.
athletes, more than anything else, love to create this fake chip on our shoulder bullshit. Like, and this is the only thing that was going to do it for Tom Brady. This is the
got it.
only team in the Super Bowl era to bring back every single starter from the year before. Like, they had every advantage coming into the season, but somehow people have allowed the national narrative to be down on this team, and the AB thing was kind of the icing on the cake. I think Brady's going to be fine. I think we may even see a Scotty Miller appearance for him to be throwing the ball to.
Shout out Scotty, bro.
I'm not worried about who Brady's going to get the ball to. I think the Bucks roll in this one. Everyone's taking the Bucks to advance. Let's head down to Jerry World. Classic.
You don't like Jalen Hurts though.
No.
No, you don't like Jalen Hurts. We know what he.
I mean, he's a better quarterback
saying.
though. He got better.
You feel like they should
My
play
top
golf.
5. My top 5.
Oh, go ahead.
Brent Favre. Dan Marino. Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady.
And that's no particular order.
No, that's the order.
It's a particular look, though. That's all I'm saying. It's a particular look.
Yeah, it's called winning in touchdowns.
Yeah, all right. I mean, my guys throw a lot of touchdowns.
You can
too.
imagine Dan Marino played in this era?
It would be glorious.
Man.
And then we'd have a quarterback. I hate when we do stuff like that, though, because it just gives him an opportunity to just laugh at our mediocrity and shittiness. Let's go to a classic NFC matchup. Dallas hosting the San
That's my
Francisco
quarterback.
49ers. Dallas favored by 4.
4.5. 4, yeah.
Dallas favored by 4 in this game. This is a difficult one because San Francisco, it looked like they were on their way out in that final game of the regular season. Like, the Rams got out to a hot start, 17-0. I think everyone was saying they are done. Jimmy G, you still can't find 10. You can't get 10 people in a room and have a majority agreeing that Jimmy G is the next guy.
3.5.
I think
not
it's
4.
I can find her.
Oh,
It came up.
I think it's always going to be people split down the middle
No, I
whether
can find that.
he's the guy. They're all in New England.
Definitely.
I think it's always going to be split
Well,
down the middle
no,
whether
no,
he's going
but
to be the guy or not.
9 in New England and 1 in San Francisco.
And so because of that, I think people were gun shy on how good this 49ers team is. But if you look at them defensively, that is elite. I think San Francisco has an elite defense when they're healthy.
Oh, no, definitely,
This
definitely.
game is not going to be a throwaway, and that's why this line is closer than a lot of people think. 3.5.
I'm picking San Francisco to win this game.
Over under 51, by the way. So obviously Vegas expects it to be a high scoring game.
I don't
so
think it goes over.
I don't think it goes.
I think
over.
it stays under. I think this is going to be way more of a defensive matchup than people think.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of injuries with Dallas with the wide receiving core that's gonna
That's
gonna
the problem.
affect them.
And Dak ain't Tom Brady.
No, he ain't.
I respect your logic there.
Dak is more Tony Romo than Tom Brady, and we know how Tony Romo does in the playoffs or did in the playoffs.
He calls playoff games very
Oh,
well.
that's a whole different story. He's top 5 on that.
Yeah.
John Madden's number 1. Could we agree on that one?
Watch now while they'll
Boy, Gus Johnson good though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he good, but I'm just saying, John Madden number
My
1.
top 5
I
announcers
just
of all
want to say,
time.
you the type of dude that could pick Joe Green in your top 5.
Number 5, Greg Gumbel. Number 4, Brian Gumbel.
The Gumbo brother.
Number 3, Tom Jackson.
Okay, I really like Tom.
Yeah, Tom's good.
Number 2,
You ain't got 2 more, hey. You don't have 2 more.
What happened to your boy Gus Johnson?
he's number 1. Number 2, can I go to basketball for number 2? Oh, number 2, Akeem Talib.
Really?
Number 1,
So then you're not qualifying Mike Tirico as black?
Mike Tirico don't qualify. Mike Tirico is black. Have you never heard this?
I know, but that's why I'm asking. You don't qualify him as black?
He Italian. He with Dan Marino. Number 1, Gus Johnson.
Okay.
All right, but
Gus Johnson will have a
Keep
game
to
named
leave
after
the
him.
top
though.
5. Wow.
with this game here, it is going to come to. I am so sick and tired of waiting on Zeke Elliott to be Zeke Elliott, and at this point, we got to realize
How
that
many years have you drafted him in fantasy in a row? No, that's the real question. Because I feel like you drafted him 4 years consecutively saying, this the year. This the year.
he ain't Zeke no more.
No.
Dog. I just gotta accept
Ever
the
since
fact.
he jumped in the Salvation Army bucket, all his game went in there, and that's it.
And I respect your take so much because the day he did that, you've been saying that from then. And it's been true. He may have a game here or there, but he ain't been
That's
that
Tony
same.
Pollard team, bro.
Yeah, he has not been that same dude. And because of that, like, if they were going to do it, this would have to be the game where he becomes that guy for them to win. And Dallas just has this history of letting down their fan base over the past 3 decades, letting down their fan base in the biggest moments.
And then they hired a coach that does exactly that as well as they do.
That is why I can't believe in them.
Yeah.
I can't believe in this, and I did not think I would be here in a spot that I'm going to say this. And
You picking an Italian quarterback?
for Debo Samuel,
Oh, see, Debo.
for them to win this game, Debo Samuel will have to.
Joey Bosa?
I'm going with the Cowboys in this one. Dallas wins this game at home, despite everything that Dak Prescott is missing. Dak Prescott, legacy on the line game. Zeke, legacy on the line game. Going with the Cowboys to win at home.
I'll go with
Thank you
last
for that,
week.
John. I almost picked Joey Bosa.
Fuck
that.
It's a lot of confidence in the 49ers just off the Rams thing, showing that they could play with the big boys.
Yeah.
Pause that. that.
Pause.
I don't feel like you need.
Anyways, I'll pause it just as it was courtesy. They kept Cooper Kupp from getting the record, which is another big thing. Pause. And I'm going to go with the 49ers to beat the Cowboys based on the fact that I think the Cowboys have lost too much firepower anyways. And when I say that, they scored like 55 points after that. But I'm going to go with this take. And I want nothing more than the Cowboys to lose because I'm tired of seeing them talk.
That's never gonna stop. Cardo, who you got?
I got the 49ers, but I don't respect Mike McCarthy. Sorry.
Well, that's another thing. He did.
Let's go to the last game, Sunday night. He's really in my top 5. I just needed to throw in some of the older names in there, but we know how much I am a Pat Mahomes fan. Like, Pat Mahomes definitely in my top 5, but I needed to have Warren Moon in there based off legacy.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Kansas City at home facing the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't think this is going to be a long topic, guys.
Facing the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Watch bet.
The biggest line of the weekend. Kansas City favored by 12.5. And I would just like to say, Ben Roethlisberger doing this bullshit. This happy to be here bullshit that Cardo was doing.
Watch Ben.
We're the worst team in the playoffs.
Ben, my guy.
We
bro.
shouldn't even be here.
Ben, my guy.
That's your guy?
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Kansas City by a trillion.
I hope the line is... You know what? 12.5 is too small of a line.
Let me-
Kansas City wins this game by 3 touchdowns.
Let me just say it like this. I remember a young Ben Roethlisberger.
Who could like run faster than 3 miles an hour?
Right. He came into the league and he had to carry an old Jerome Bettis all the way to Detroit for a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I look at Najee Harris and I say to myself, hey, full circle. Full circle.
no, it ain't gonna be full circle.
Full
So they're
circle.
beating the Patriots.
Hold on.
You was talking all that Super Bowl talk, so...
Full circle.
Yeah,
hold
let's
on.
full circle
hold
it.
On.
Right.
Hold on. I feel like they make it more close than we expected. I feel Kansas City win by about
So 10.
10 points.
So a whole 2.5 points off the spread.
This man had this whole full circle speech.
10 points.
You like the games that the Steelers were winning at the end of the year. You know what it looked like? It looked like them games that the Dolphins was winning, which means that is a paper tiger. That's not real.
You know what them games look like?
Bad.
Like, do y'all ever like play basketball against old dudes?
I
Like
am
they
the
just
old- I
talk
am
you
the
out of
old
the
dude.
game?
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Yeah, that's what it looked like watching the Steelers this season.
Well, I don't talk people out because I still got buckets.
John, he's the
No, that's a bother, John. I gotta give you that.
yeah, that's what he does. Although Mike Tomlin in my top 5 coaches of all time.
Hey,
Oh,
beat
that's
everybody
your number
top
one.
5. You see the dance last week on the video? Everybody
yeah.
top 5.
Look, I'll say this.
I also
Mike,
got a top 5 for Dolphin candidates, but we could get to that.
Mike
later.
Tomlin
We're never gonna get
is a great coach.
Watch.
He's a first ballot Hall of Fame coach because what he does.
He been winning with some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. What he does is incredible. Like I said, my favorite thing I've ever heard him say was to Chase Young, when he says, "You're a great football player, but I never want to be this bad to get you." And that's the mentality that I love
And he
as a coach.
never has been.
But you know what the problem is? Travis Kelce,
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes,
yeah,
Tyreek Hill,
yeah.
old quarterback.
Old quarterback.
and dumb receivers. Because Chase Claypool clearly have something missing.
Yeah, so
I don't know how they keep finding good receivers who got diva personality.
I feel
like
Big Ben will
they need a
throw.
psychologist.
If there's an over and under interceptions, he's going at least 3.
Yeah. You know what this game is also perfect for? This is the perfect game for Juju to have to watch. Because the Chiefs went out of their way to target him in free agency this offseason. They thought he would be the perfect complement to what they had going on over there. And he said, no, I want one more year of Ben Roethlisberger's carcass. And what happens? He ends up getting hurt, so you ain't even get to play that. But even while he was in there, Deontay Johnson obviously became the number 1 receiver on this team because that's the way Pittsburgh goes. It's happened to everyone that was out the
Pittsburgh
top.
is-
He was the one that did it to AB.
No, they print.
But no,
I just
Pittsburgh's
said
a
it.
poor man's New England, I feel.
Yeah.
Where it's
Oh.
always next man up type thing.
Like that.
Only at one position.
You're not
What other
greater.
position they had somebody else pop up?
I mean, that happens at running.
Yeah, but you're not greater
When?
than the team. I feel
You just mentioned Jerome Bettis. They went from
Right.
that to like winning the Super Bowl with Willie Parker. They've had guys
Hold
pop
on, Willie
up.
Parker was really decent.
He
Don't
was.
disrespect
He
my guy
was.
like
I'm
that.
all
not
I'm saying is
disrespecting him.
I feel no one is bigger than the team in Pittsburgh.
And
Like,
that's the culture that Mike
that's the
Tomlin
cult-
created.
He created that culture, dog.
Yeah, he created that.
Nah, they was winning Super Bowls from like the 70s.
Yeah, don't worry about that. But this was the culture that Mike Tomlin created. This is Mike Tomlin's team.
So
now.
when Bill Carroll was
any-
spitting on people,
Did Bill Carroll ever
Listen.
dance in an Instagram, TikTok video, whatever?
Not like that.
It wasn't
Then-
around
then
that.
Not like it
Mike
doesn't
Tomlin's
matter.
culture is different.
So he didn't do it. All I'm saying is I cannot wait until he gets to remove.
So who do you have? Black coach versus black quarterback. Let's go. Because I have to just put it on the table right now because this is just how it goes.
And both have a out of shape person they're going against on the next side.
You know, I love to see black people in leadership positions, and a black coach is very important to me, which is why I'm so upset with the Dolphins. But I'm going with Pat Mahomes. I'm
He's
going
a
with the
wild
Chiefs in
boy.
that one. I already said I think they win in by at least 3 touchdowns in this.
Yeah.
I think they're about to blow them out. But what I am excited about is the fact that Mike Tomlin gets to remove this giant Ben Roethlisberger albatross from his neck, and he's going to be free to start fresh with a new quarterback. I'm
Aaron
so
Rodgers.
excited for him.
Ooh.
Would be amazing.
But you don't like Aaron Rodgers, so.
No, Aaron Rodgers cool.
Could you imagine if you brought Cam Newton there and changed them back into a winning quarterback?
Ain't nothing happening with that. Like the last game of Super Wild Card Weekend, Los Angeles Rams hosting the Arizona Cardinals.
This is a Monday night game?
Yeah,
Why y'all doing this, NFL?
I don't know why the NFL.
People like to sleep, you know.
Super wild card weekend.
Yeah, they could have been. They could have. You know what?
They could have stretched this to Tuesday.
Boy.
Tell you what up.
They could have one game a day?
They might. Let's see what the COVID test looking like. But it would have been great for symmetry if we had 3 Saturday, 3 Sunday. Like, why are we stretching this out? You know what? I had money. They need 3 nights of football.
Quick, man.
All right, who we got in this one?
I know who you got. Now.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, John.
right.
Who you got?
This game, I think, is the most complicated game because, yeah, no, for real. Because when it comes to Kyler Murray, you just don't know what you're going to get out of Kyler Murray.
It's so sad to me to hear you say that and me to have to nod my head and
Yeah.
be like, it's true because he
the
was
thing
my
is,
MVP for about
if
8
Kyler
weeks.
Murray comes out and balls, Arizona wins this by a lot. It wouldn't even be close. Anything other than let's just say, of a scale of 10, Kyler has to play 8 or above. Anything under 8, they lose the game. Now, they're on the road,
Yeah.
which doesn't really matter
It does.
in the NFL anymore.
I think it does in SoFi.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody getting their
Oh,
ass beat.
this isn't the Chargers. My bad.
Yeah.
This is the Rams. They're
Yeah.
gonna have support.
The whole city.
I'm gonna go Arizona winning this game in an upset. Yeah, no.
Y'all don't respect that Matthew Stafford has played his whole career.
I understand he's
to
played his
get
whole career.
Here, bro.
He ain't you still. That's the
It
problem.
ain't about being used. It's the fact that he have probably one of the best put together teams.
We
I've
know
seen in
who
a
he's
while.
saying gonna win. I'm going with Arizona. I just think I think the Kyler Murray that's gonna come out this game is gonna be the Kyler Murray that gives everyone fits, and he's gonna win the game
As
himself.
long
He's
as-
gonna be the MVP candidate that now is saying he was gonna be before Chandler Jones got 30 sacks.
As long as Odell Beckham catching passes the way he's been over the last 2 weeks, I give Matthew Stafford all the credit to get it done. Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. Like, it's just, we could go on and on. Or the talent on this team, I feel like they could beat Arizona.
This is a Rams team that was put together to make this run.
Yes.
This was why they signed all the big names. This is why midseason you go after Von Miller, you go after Odell. They even brought back Eric Weddle because they don't want to have a hole.
I can't wait for the butt though.
Any single, but that's what she said. For any single position. It's a talented offense, man. I mean, nobody has been able to stop Cooper Kupp. I played against him in 2 weeks in fantasy and thought to myself, he can't have this week again. And he did. And I'm thinking the last week of the season, he can't have this again. This great San Francisco defense
He was chasing the record though.
But San Francisco knew that too. You know how unstoppable you got to be for everybody to know what you're chasing and they still can't stop it in a game that they have to win? It's hard to pick against that.
All right, now pick.
As hard as it is to pick against it, it's even harder for me to pick against Kyler Murray.
How long did it take you to come to that conclusion?
No, you
started
know what the
there,
crazy
right?
thing is? When I was talking about Kyler Murray, now it's just like, yep.
Kyler Murray legacy game.
I like every time you have to pick a team or a player, that you know possibly can win, it becomes a legacy game.
They are though. The playoffs is all about legacy. Kyler Murray legacy game. He makes it count. Cardinals win on the road. I'm picking. That's the only road team I'm picking to win in Wild Card Weekend. John's picking 2 road teams. He's going
Road.
Cardinals and 49ers.
I'm undefeated on the road.
Just depends on which road.
Nope, I'm undefeated on the road.
Certain roads.
There's only one road.
Yeah. So I'm going Cardinals. John's going Cardinals. Cardo is going Rams. Those are pretty much our parlays for Super Wild Card Weekend. Not talking individual props. We're just going because at this point, straight money line, straight winners and losers.
Yeah, I taking all the props that feature Patriot players. Big week.
Is it though? As the weather indicates, I don't think it's going to be. But
Big week.
all right.
Bill got something planned for the snow.
Just wait till the weather report.
Speaking of the weather report, when we get back, we are going to be joined by a real live meteorologist to give us insight into Super Wild Card Weekend.
And it's not me.
I can't believe you broke character already.
Yeah, I know.
All you heard was one graphic and you broke character. Like, it just doesn't make
Not
any
even
sense.
one
to me.
sound.
One sound, sorry. Like, now you're throwing me off. Anyway, if you're talking gambling and you're talking football, we need you to have all of the information. And one of the most important things you need to know is what the weather is going to be like in the city that's hosting the game. So, to that end, the 10YS team, as we continue our search toward just an average level of journalism, we bring to you a real live meteorologist, YBZ, Young Basil, in the building.
Hey guys. Hey everyone. So I'm Alex. Am I supposed to introduce myself?
Yeah, you can.
Sure.
So I'm Alexandria, Alexa J on Twitter and Instagram.
I don't know if you have to like say who you are on Twitter as if it's an alter ego. You're kind of like the
definitely-
same person. Are you?
We don't even
That's
know.
a very good question.
I would like a very good answer. Are you the same person in real life that you are on social media?
I'd like to think so.
This is Into the Basil verse,
Oh my
where
gosh.
YBZ comes in and she gives us insight onto everything about these games, what we could expect in terms of weather. Now, I want to start with the weather. I guess we don't have to say phenomenon, but the game that we think weather is going to play the biggest factor for Super Wild Card Weekend.
So for this one, where you have snow being the biggest factor, and for that, Kansas City will have 50% chance of snow, so that'll be the biggest factor there.
50% chance of snow. That's not good for Pat Mahomes, John. That's not good for the Chiefs' offense in
You
general.
know my saying.
You have so many sayings. It's
No,
difficult
you know
for
my
me-
weather saying.
Yes, I do.
Weather's a great equalizer when it comes to football.
Okay.
I mean, I stole it from someone, but that doesn't matter.
It's yours now.
It's mine. I always say it, and it's one of those things that this could be a 10-3 game,
Okay.
just based on weather.
What's your weather saying?
Bad weather is the best weather.
Okay, now I wanted to get to that because before we even move on to any other game, how could bad weather be the best weather?
That is,
So you like hurricane?
yeah, I do. I'm sorry to everyone who.
From the Bahamas. It's literally supposed to be your enemy. All right, before I need to go off on this tangent before we get into more football, right? Because I believe Basil Dean is a superhero. He should be a part of the MCU. I feel like you are a part of his Avenger team. You should be fighting against hurricanes and all weather-related phenomenon. Like, you can't like that stuff.
I'd just like to say that if I were a superhero,
I mean, you're not yet, but go ahead.
I would be an anti-hero, so there's that.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if Basil's gonna ride with that, but okay, we'll take it. So, what do we think is the worst weather for a quarterback? Quarterbacks need to throw the ball. We already mentioned Kansas City and what the snow is gonna be like. You have the weather in Buffalo. Give us a rundown on the weather in Buffalo.
So Buffalo's weather is looking, they have a 20% chance of snow. Their low is going to be about 0. Well, 3, their low is going to be about 3 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're expecting 0 degrees at the kickoff.
Wind chill. Yo, what is it? Dion used to say he put Vaseline on his face because
Yeah.
of wind chill, so to block it out.
Did you tell her we have to use Fahrenheit?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
using the
no.
Fahrenheit, 0 Fahrenheit.
Let me tell you what.
This isn't Europe. This isn't the rest of the Caribbean. This is American based.
came in
This
here
is
with all-
American football.
She came in here with
This is
all
not
this.
We
football.
do Celsius. We do Celsius.
I'm trying
in
to
the
figure out
Bahamas.
where
don't
we
do
do Celsius
Celsius.
because I never see
Everywhere.
it.
We do Celsius everywhere.
We don't do Celsius. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. What about the weather in Tampa Bay? Because I'm just looking at the great quarterbacks on Super Wild Card weekend. We talked about what Josh Allen has to go through, Mahomes, Brady, and Tampa Bay. How are we looking at Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay for Saturday is actually looking pretty good. The cold front doesn't come through till Saturday night into early Sunday morning, and so Saturday, the actual day, will be pretty clear and stuff.
So the question is when that cold front hitting us.
No, the cold front comes in on Saturday, so it'll be there for the game. Because this is the first game on Sunday. This is the
Okay.
1 o'clock game on Sunday.
Oh, they're playing on Sunday?
Yeah.
It's gonna be even worse then.
So for you, it's gonna be even better because bad weather is somehow good weather.
Yeah, if I'm off,
Are you?
I hope so.
I don't think the weather takes days. Need to talk to Basil about this. I
Listen,
don't know.
Basil is a believer. The weather is 24/7, 365.
I love
Kind
him
of
so
is.
much.
I'm not a believer in that.
I love
What do you mean?
he
The
really
weather
is the
stops
greatest.
when I stop.
Honestly,
No.
there wouldn't have been the Avengers wouldn't have had as much trouble with Thanos if they just had Basil Dean on their team. It would have made everything so much easier. No? All right, which game didn't we talk about? Let's talk about the weather in Cincinnati. Vegas, of course, coming into town. The season from hell, will it continue or will it end here in Cincinnati? What do we look like in terms of weather?
So Cincinnati they have a very low chance of snow, less than 10%. The weather is looking to be, clear skies almost. Only partly cloudy, and their high will be about 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just barely making the freezing level. That's why they won't have snow.
And if they do,
But
it'll be crazy.
that's perfect for Joe Burrow, though.
Yeah,
Perfect for him and
once
Jamar
you grip the
Chase.
football, that's all you need.
This is one of those times where people go outside and they go like, great football weather.
Not me.
Not you. Oh,
In the snow,
In the cold,
that
you get hit in the cold, it hurts worse.
I feel like the cold itself.
Well, now it gets cold at 75 degrees.
I mean, look, man. I had my time where I acclimated to that when I was in school. That time is long gone. Like, that's never coming back. Never, ever coming back.
I've never had to be in the cold.
What are we looking at in Dallas? 4:30 game on Sunday.
Dallas.
I gotta say, I feel like there is more to this than you going off of the report here. Like, in my mind,
Why aren't you looking at all the dips and
Yeah,
the
and-
the size
want
of
me to
the
look at-
millibars and everything?
Because first of all-
because it's thin and thicker, and it shows the high pressure systems
Right.
coming
Hey, now.
in. I mean,
Okay, so first of all, I am looking at the dips and stuff. I don't need to.
I don't know what that
Because in words, I'm reading the words, firstly.
I love
The
this.
millibars is just the pressure. The pressure does determine the wind, and also the weather. But
okay.
I don't need to look
You're
at
trying to say that millibars wasn't going to matter, but it does.
It does.
It does.
No, it does,
Yes,
John.
yeah.
You have
I'm
a point.
telling you.
But I just don't want to look at it.
I got a degree in no weather.
Classic John. Classic John. Classic John. It's fantastic. Dallas. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so now that we're on millibars, so the pressure is also determines the wind, and it's going to be very windy in Dallas.
It's a good thing they play in the dome.
You know who got millibars? Not a wick.
What?
You just let it sit. So the weather may not have a factor on the game, but it does have a factor on tailgating and the atmosphere around the game. This kind of stuff is very important to me.
Yeah, because when I went to the Fiesta Bowl in 2013, it was very cold, and that actually put a damper on the tailgate. It just means more alcohol has to be consumed.
Yes.
I know. And listen, this is an old-time NFC rivalry, all right? These San Francisco fans are going to travel. So weather is important for them when you head into Jerry World.
And the thing is, San Francisco has nice weather all year round.
Yeah.
They're going to be in for a treat then.
Yes.
Is it really a treat, though?
Oh,
It's bad. It's
Not a
great.
treat.
fine.
Like, yeah.
It's going to be cold,
I hope it rains when you leave right now.
and it's good. It's actually almost clear skies.
Yeah, I know.
So there's
That's
that.
what I'm saying. The weather report's been wrong all week, just so we know.
No, you've been looking at the wrong weather report.
No, I'm looking at the radar system the whole week. The radar.bahamas. Whatever. I've been looking at that and it's been wrong all week because my masons have been out here dealing with all the work and rain hasn't affected us.
What are you talking about? It just rained yesterday.
Yes, not during the time it said it was going to rain.
You know, that's why we give percentage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's at 80.
Yeah, and you caught the 20.
It ain't rain here, so it's wrong.
You caught the 20.
This is going to be my favorite thing ever. Okay, our last game that we need the weather report on, even though we don't actually need it for what's going on in the game, but the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. What's it going to look like in Inglewood? Up to no good.
Right. So they have partly cloudy weather there.
Oh, that's good tailgating weather.
That is really good tailgating weather. I don't think these Cardinals fans traveling to Inglewood like that. I don't know.
Their low is going to get about 50 degrees, so that's just above freezing level. It's going to be cool, but it's
just
not
above freezing level, 50 degrees. Nah, it's way above freezing.
I wouldn't say way above freezing. Freezing is at 32.
But
Yeah.
I also think perspective matters in this because none of these people are used to cold. This is LA and this is Arizona.
Arizona's used because it's a desert, so you know.
Yeah.
All the
Radiational cooling, yeah. Look at you. You were about to say it.
Yeah.
You had it.
I'm good at this.
Wait, what's it called?
Radiational cooling.
You know clouds keep the heat in, right?
Yeah. Oh, John, you what?
No, I didn't know that. I
You
only
got to take my job.
I only know football. That's
Nope,
about
I'm
it.
going to stick to my
Yes.
10YS podcasting
All right.
and arguing with you.
Okay.
Thank you for the insight, YBZ. Now, tell the people about this project that you have coming up, joining us here on the 10YS Podcast Network, The Perfect Pair.
Right. So my podcast, The Perfect Pair, will be about wines and foods and spirits.
And
we
football.
are talking about alcohol and food that goes with it. The Perfect Pair.
Crack conk.
That's why it's named The Perfect Pair. Oh.
It's also named The Perfect Pair because my other half will be on the show with me.
I thought that's you were talking about.
It's a thing.
Wordplay.
Yeah.
You got an Otto Wick millibars.
But you keep saying that.
That's how we end it.